A new week, a new group, and I'm on my way back up to the mountain again. I just come above the tree line here and suddenly it was a little bit chilly wind here. It's a kind of hard uphill, as you see from down at the lake where the station is. We are going from Salteluk all the way down to Jokkmokk. That's our plan. Yeah. So the first day have been really good over the mountain. A little bit chilly wind and very fast, easy going trail, a little bit bumpy and rough sometimes because of icy snow condition. And now we have arrived to Sita, our cabin. Here we have been feeding the dogs, we have had coffee, tea, all that, and now it's time for dinner. This cabin is crowded this night. It's a lot of skiers and snowshoe hikers here, so we are not alone. This is one of the Swedish Tourist Association's cabins along Kungsleden, the King's Trail, the Royalty Trail, something, yeah, Kungsleden. And this week we are doing several different types of cabin, and in the end we end up with small hunting and fishing cabins closer to Jokkmokk in the forest area. So this morning when we wake up, it was gray, it was snowing a little bit, and right now blue sky, super beautiful. And last evening it came in some snowfall, and I have heard it a little bit windy tonight, but not much. Right now we have the blue sky again, and they promise that it will start snowing later today, but right now it looks like just great. No wind, super beautiful. Something is coming in over there, some cloudish thing, and they promise heavy snowfall in the west closer to Norwegian border, but right here it should be kind of okay today. We don't get heavy snowfall this week, but we will get some snow later on. Anyway, now we follow the Sita River valley and going towards Akse today. The dogs are doing great and we are doing great. I think so. Now we have had lunch and we untangle the dogs and time to continue towards Akse. The little bit wind pick up and it's coming in clouds from the west, but let's go. What do you say? This is Nelson and Chase. lot of people who come here, they say that it's you only hear the wind, you only hear the dogs. It's totally silent. As long as I don't talk, it's silence. Someone say. Very nice. So now we're at Akse and it's still not snowing, but it's cloudy and it's warmer. Warmer is actually nice for the dogs, so that's great. Now making dog food, water and some tea and coffee, and carry the stuff from the sled up to the cabin. That's what we call a day. So now it starts snowing here in Akse. It's actually kind of a lot of snowing. And the temperature have increased a little bit, so it's a little bit warmer now. We'll see how much it will come during the night, but probably not so much. We have had a great evening here in the cabin, and there is several skiers here, there is some snowmobile people, and we have had dinner and yeah, all that things, you know. One of the guys in the group started feeling sore throat and a little bit tired, so maybe we have some flu or something, some cold or something like that, that could have come into the group, or maybe he got it only. Yeah, you know, sometimes I'm super tired, and you know, you've seen in previous videos that I'm totally out, and it's not a nice feeling to be out here and being ill. I know it by my own experience, because you feel kind of exposed. So I feel a little bit sad for Jim who feel ill, but we will see tomorrow. Maybe it's nothing, maybe, I don't know. Sometimes you just have your body is just tired one day. That could happen also. We will see. I think it's 5 or 10 degrees below Celsius now, so it's absolutely not cold, but it's still like this, you know. Anyway, now it's time to go to bed, so see you tomorrow. So as you see, Chase and Nelson is on the same side of the gang line, and I run them without necklines, and that make them more free to choose side and so on. I don't really care if they are both on the same side. Sometimes it's more necessary than, but most of the time it's not. It's just not looking good. But everything is not about making things look good. It's also about, yeah, I don't know. They like it, so I let them do it. When I'm driving my team out here, I'm usually very careful downhill, because it's so easy that one dog suddenly step beside the trail, or yeah, they overuse their shoulders. So I use the brake a lot downhill to save the dogs. A little bit more windy on this lake. A little bit. Now we have arrived to potty cabin, and I have had the power nap. We have prepared dog food, and I think it's time for feeding dogs soon, and then it's time for dinner to us. It is a cold, chilly wind, and it's grey and it's snowing a little bit. My fingers get really cold. I've been fetching water, and then you get a little bit moisture and wet, and yeah, then it's really get cold fingers then. It's fine.
أنا fast faktiskt labbet av det här.
Now we're also going to meet another dog sled group. It's Jörg, a friend from 200 kilometers south of us. He also makes these longer tours, and he's somewhere on the trail. I talked with him, and hopefully we will meet each other on a good spot. I don't know. We'll see. Can be a little bit tricky because there is 5 dog team in each group that's going to meet each other, so I'm just waiting to see a dogs team somewhere, and then I had to be able to stop. You know, it's both downhill and a lot of curves. Look. Oh. And I'm braking everything I can, and suddenly there is maybe someone in front of you. Interesting. Little bit interesting. Oof. Oh, here we have Jörg with all the dogs. Stanna! Amerikan, Österrike, amerikan, England.
Vi har jätteinternationellt.
Ja. Close together! Close together! We had to go close together. Stanna! Ja. Aja. Hey. Ja. Aja. Hey. We made it. It's always a little bit sketchy because some of the dogs could get scared, and you don't want to have a stop. As you see, when Aya gets scared, she turned around because I don't have the neckline, and that messes up things a little bit more. Now we're going down to the delta, and then we are going to have lunch down there. Det kommer 4 till bakom mig. Tack så mycket. Hög. Snowmobiles, people with dogs. City life, as you see. Now we got the wind in the back and sunshine in the eyes. That's lovely. When you stop, it's a little bit chilly in the wind, but right now when I'm driving, it's just, yeah, we travel with the wind. That sounds almost a little bit nature romantic, adventure romantic. Anyway, we're aiming for Ornjarka Mountain Lodge, and I just talked with Gun, one of the owner, and she promised us moose burgers for dinner, and I'm looking forward to moose burger. That will fit perfect into my stomach. Now we arrived to Ornjarka Mountain Lodge, and some of the cabins have names from Swedish birds. And I'm heading over to the reception and checking which cabin is ours. I think it's Knipan. They have 2 cabins where you're allowed to have dogs, and some bigger cabins with sauna. We have shower and toilet in our... you've seen this place in other videos. And now we're going to the reception. I also know that 2 friends and Mick and Melly, who have been on several tours with us, they should be here somewhere. I don't know, maybe we have dinner together with them tonight. Moose burgers. It's a new day, and yesterday when we arrived to Ornjarka we had shower, good dinner, moose burger in the restaurant, and then a good night's sleep. Now we're back on the trail again. We are going through the Pearl River Nature Reserve. It's a really old forest, really virgin, nice, beautiful forest. The trail is really good, and the sled's gliding really good. So my team is fast. I have smaller dogs in my team, so I'm actually a little bit surprised that I'm faster than the other ones. Yeah, I have really tiny dogs. Maybe it's good with tiny fast dogs on these snow conditions. I don't know. But I thought I would be slower this week with this team, but not. That's how it is. Sometimes you don't know. Someone digged a very nice fire pit.
Yeah.
We just stopped for lunch, and now we're back on the trail again. It's nice to have a short break with some campfire and eating something, drinking coffee. I think that's an important part of the whole experience actually. Now it has started snowing, and it's snowing a lot. Actually, it's super beautiful. I just want to stop here and filming all the snow and all the different shadows with the forest and so. But we have another 20-25 kilometers to the cabin now, so we continue. Did you see that curve? It's a little bit funny with its curve, because that curve called the drop pants curve since some years. And it was a guy on the sled, and he flipped with the sled, and he didn't let them go. That's how you should do. Never let the team go. He was hanging on behind the dogs, and his pants was falling down to the knee, so he was dragged behind the team with the pants down to the knee. I would say that's a hero. That's a real cowboy. Now we're driving through Lillselet, and that's a village without road access, and there is some dogs barking. It's many trails everywhere, so we try to stay close together with the group when we're going through, so all teams follow on the same trail. It is a little bit grayish and white, and there is very beautiful mountains around us now. Small, low mountains that we can't see. So, yeah, that's how it is. But as you see, I'm happy we have a trail in front of us. So, otherwise we could, it's no problem. Then you had to follow the land, so it's not so bad. So you see my sunglasses that I'm wearing now, they are also made for my eyes, so I don't need to wear something else under. One thing that's wrong with these ones is that it's a cold tone in the glass. I really want to have a warm. That was a mistake by me. I didn't check that when I bought them. So my recommendation to you, if you're going to buy sunglasses, buy something with a warm tone. Something positive light that at least makes me more happy. What I see through these ones is some blue, very good for seeing contrast. That's not the problem, but it's grayish blue, so a little bit depressing light, you know, my friend. You should have a warm, positive light. Then the gray day will be more colorful, you know. So choose warm tone if you want to be happy. Choose the gray blue tone on your glass if you want a miserable atmosphere out here when it's gray. Today it's a little bit more windy, and that's exactly what the weather forecast promised. We have waked up in this tiny cabin, had breakfast, and good night's sleep. Anyway, they promise almost 30 meters per second later today, and that's almost 100 kilometers per hour. And but then we are further into the east, and it will start raining in the west, and we are, if we're lucky, we can come away from the wet rain and coming closer to the forest area, to Jokkmokk. So right now we're running away from the bad weather actually. We just had lunch and the campfire. It's really interesting to see how Chase have changed and become a real sled dog out here. You can find the video, the name here. You go to the channel and you will find that video. It's about Chase's first overnight tour when he's out just a few weeks ago. This is his second week-long tour. Chase is still a little bit shyish or careful with me, but I was also the one who kidnapped him from Camilla. Or that is how he saw it. Maybe. Anyway, now we continue towards the cabin. It was great with the lunch. Now we have arrived to the last cabin, and it's windy now, and it will pick up, and soon it will also start raining. I'm in my sled and grabbing some more bread, a sausage and some cookies. It's very different with the food from one week to another. Many weeks I use all the bread and not all the cheese and ham and things like that. This week I have much more bread left and almost no chocolate and cookies, and a lot of bread with me. Still a lot of bread. So sometimes it's difficult to plan. I also have a lot of yogurt, and sometimes I run out of yogurt already the first days. And now it's still days 7 and 6 and we still have yogurt. That's how it is. But we have a lot of food. Still a lot of food. That's the most important thing. We've been feeding the dogs and the wind came over us. And luckily it came with snow instead of rain that was promised. Now it's a little bit windy and a little bit snowy. Not nice weather for the dogs, but it will be just a couple of hours and then it will stop snowing, at least. So now it's dinner time for us inside the cabin. When I'm out here I got really cold hands. I'm thinking about all the people who are still up in the mountains, somewhere unprotected. I hope that no one have a really bad time out there. Yeah, that's what I'm hope. When I'm here protected in a cabin with this kind of weather, I always think that someone is out there, and it could have been me, or it could maybe someone I know that have a hard time. Anyway, time for dinner. So it's a new day on the trail again, and yesterday we actually ended up with kind of wet, snowy, windy weather. I think it was snow, rain for 1 hour, and then it was just dry again. And we could put jackets on the dog and all that things. Anyway, now we are on the trail again, heading to Jokkmokk. It's super conditions, a little bit too icy, a little bit too fast. We had to brake a lot. So I will end this video here. Big thanks to Jim and Klaus who visited me for the first time, and also big thanks to Ellen and Craig who was here for the second time. I hope I see you again, and it has been a nice tour from the mountain down to the forest. To all of you who look at this video, I hope I give you some valuable content so you want to continue staying on the channel. Anyway, thanks for looking at the videos. It's so nice to produce them when I know that someone out there are actually enjoying them. So see you in the next video. Ciao.